Wow. I haven't heard that theme in a while. And it's like, oh shit, this the fucking theme. I fucked it up. I'm supposed to go vigilante wins here another episode of the Culture, but it's actually the 27th episode of Mfer podcast. This isn't the Culture Crime Fires, but that felt very nostalgic. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
is it the? It's actually the 20. I think it's the 28th.
28th episode of the Mfer podcast.
That just occurred to me, man. I was like, yo, I should play the old intro. I think I still have it.
Go back to gayer times since such a dildo.
Oh, yes. That was.
We were young and innocent then. We didn't know what we were doing like we
Yeah.
do now, of course.
This is the it does say 27th. It's supposed to be the 28th. Oh, my God. The whole show. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I quit.
Yeah. You're obviously 12 hours late because it was posted 7 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know. I just overlooked that detail. Obviously, I'm not very good at this, and I just completely didn't even think about it. I set it up like early one day before work, and I woke up and I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting things done." And then I woke up at like 7:30. A text from you. I was like, "Is it now?" I was like, "No."
I didn't think it was. Actually, it was such a dildo because I was streaming last night. He's like, "Yes, so 7 a.m." I guess we'll see what happens. So
no way. I mean, I texted you, yeah.
And so I'm like, this is probably wrong, but I'll just in case I'll check in.
Oh well.
It's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I really just this is poorly executed because I didn't even do the Rumble stream.
Oh shit!
This is terrible. I'm doing terribly, but oh well, we're here. It's the Culture Crime.
Yeah. There's a way I heard, and I've seen is like to host this on my channel. I do not know how to do that though. I'm not as smart.
There is a way. Yeah, I don't know how to do it, but
the hipster cool kids are doing it.
The hipster cool kids do it. We're not hipster cool kids, dude. We started this show before I left California.
Yeah,
that was like almost 2.5 years ago.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like both of our lives are totally different.
I know.
We're not even in the same place that we started the show. Neither one of us.
No. Completely different states. Completely different states of mind.
Seriously though, I'm looking at all this, I'm looking at the intro and it's all the woke lefties and we shoot them with the fucking Death Star. It's like, cool. It's like, I don't really care about that. And another thing, not to steal your energy, I saw another picture of Brie recently in the fucking. Now I'm not gonna watch the Marvels because it looks terrible, right? But she does look hot, man. I'm sorry.
The internet came around on that.
Yeah, I think you were ahead of the curve on that. It's just like, wait a second, listen, we don't have to like our movies or the shit she says. We're not just gonna act like idiots here.
I was very happy that I was finally vindicated. I mean, Cameron Pasha.
Yeah, he was the first to vindicate you.
He was the first to vindicate me. And I think it was funny because I didn't even think of it as like a crazy point. Tension Dillo says until she opens her mouth. Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're talking about objectifying her, not,
Yeah. Not taking what she has to say seriously.
Yeah. I'm not subscribing to her blog. But no, I just said it like offhandedly. Like I remember when I was still in California, and it was such a point of controversy that it just became this meme that ran through the show. Cause it's like, how could you guys objectively look at her and be like, you're above that? I don't believe you.
Right. And I mean, listen, there's some cases like you said, Brie has AIDS or some shit. Like, okay, yeah, fuck. But like outside of like some dramatic radical reveal, it's like, no, she's
got gnarly feet.
Yeah, she's gonna have to keep her socks on. But
but I mean, look, dude, I'm pretty sure we've all done worse.
Yes,
than Brie, than a movie star,
right? I'm 100% sure we've all done worse. And not much better on the personality, by the way. There's a lot of much mid-looking chicks that still offer you about the same,
that are just as awful.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, I mean, it's been over 2 years since the show started. We're still talking about the same shit.
Well, you know what, man? Having now kind of like expanded, like she needs to. She does.
Actually, that is a good.
That is a problem.
That was a good meme going around with Spider-Man having a better ass than Brie.
Yeah, she was trying. I remember the little workout. She was trying to do some little stretches and shit.
She was trying.
she's doing her part. Genetics are what they are, man. You just
Yeah.
can't
And
overcome
it
it.
became Katie Noel became the thought of the show, like
Oh, yeah, the
the
weather.
hoe. No.
Oh.
No, Katie Noel, the country rapper.
Oh no, yes, right. That's even different. Katie's a different weather girl.
She's back on
Uh,
OnlyFans, guys. Go subscribe.
oh man, the country girl. We we were watching the country. You see that Richmond or whatever it
Yeah,
is?
I did.
That shit is actually pretty good. I thought it was gonna.
That's what I thought.
I expected it to be trash with all the hype. Oh, here we
Mhm.
go.
That is
Here we
exactly
go.
what I thought
Oh,
because
this
I
is a
like
genuine piece of music.
yeah, I as soon as I saw it, like I think first time I saw it was on Being Libertarian on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
And it's like once like if the political guys are ahead of it, I'm like, boy, I
Yeah.
don't know. I think that's genuinely the reason why people were like anti the Song of Freedom because probably the first time they heard about it was from like Ben Shapiro or something. So that
Yeah.
they have to automatically be against it. And then I heard that and I was like, I even gave it a few days and I was like, all right, I'll give it a list. It's a song. Who gives a shit?
Right.
I was like, oh no, that was pretty good. It's a little on the nose, but
Little.
good overall.
Yeah.
Catchy.
It was catchy and it's a genuine song. I'm like, oh man. And what I mean by that is like, this person is not like Tom McDonalding their way through this. Like, hey, pie politics. Don't you like my politics as I play the guitar? It's like, no, this is how I fucking feel. I'm trying to write a song. Yeah, some of the stuff can be on the nose, but it's like, you know what? I thought that's a solid
That
song.
one night on the cocktail lounge, I think it was John Wayne drinks SJW Tears got me so good. He's like, no, you'll like the new one. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It was so bad. And he's just laughing his ass off.
Oh, man, that was awful.
It was bad. And yeah, Papa Cotton said this the other night that political songs are cringe. He's right.
He is right.
For the most part, they are pretty brutal.
You have to try to make a song first. And if you have some political say, cool. But like, that's what anything. You have to have like whatever it is. If you're trying to make a movie or TV show, it has to be like, hey, let's make a good movie or TV show. And then if there's some politics, sprinkle it in.
Yeah. And it's like, it's not like, oh, well, they have my politics, so now I like it. It's like, no, I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it. I don't want ham-fisted messaging in anything.
Yeah.
Pretty lame.
I think that's the biggest turn for me as a creator, like not being woke. I don't care if it's woke anymore. I do, but that's not my first barometer of determining whether it's not something's good or worth my time. It is. Well, is it good? Now, obviously, woke still has a pretty shitty batting average for good material. You know what I mean?
I just don't want to be a photo negative of an SJW.
Yes. Yeah, I like that photo negative.
Hey, it's Daniela Fave. What's up, Daniela? Hey. We're gonna be doing some more episodes of the classy broadcast coming up. Yeah, Daniela wants to get back behind the mic, and I'm like, sick. Let's do it.
Cool. I've had my critiques over the new red pill phase of dating podcasts. I don't know if you pay attention to any of that stuff.
Yeah, no, I saw some of your stuff, and Ryan Long of the Boys Cast has got a good point about that. Like he kind of uses it like once the girls get involved, that's sort of the barometer of like when it gets kind of lame.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually kind of a good point. Like, because like when I first heard what Pearly was saying, it was like, oh, who's this bass chick saying like kind of bass stuff? And then after a while, you're like, oh my God, all right, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, this is I applauded the marketing. I applauded, but I'm like, she's appealing to. When I went to her chat, what was it, her chat or comments? I'm like, oh no, she's appealing to lonely old men who just want to.
I mean, she might even believe it.
She might.
It's like they're never the pioneer. You know, all due respect to our XX chromosome friends, but it's like it's just, you know, it's normally like the groundwork has been laid and now it's fertile for like, you know, the next like the chick to come in or whatever to start saying the things that like have already been said.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I forgot exactly the point, but it was a pretty interesting point, and it was like kind of like the same way like any of the shit that got shitty, like comic books, video games, like once it became like the kind of popular cool girls are like, I want in.
Yeah.
It's like then it starts to suck.
Because it's gone too far mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever core like, you know, there was some valuable stuff to some of this stuff, you know, especially some of the laws that I still think that's still valuable. Because there's some crazy ass laws out there, even though, you know, they're changing. Shout out to Tennessee. Apparently, I don't know if it's went through, but
I've heard about this with the
yeah,
paternity.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so you know, if there some of that wedging may actually go somewhere, but
That's
man,
another thing I was on before anybody. Actually, it's sort of interesting because in college I took a gender studies course. I've talked about
yeah,
this
yeah.
kind of naively, and then I ended up writing a paper about like kind of male inequality, almost out of rebellion because I was just like, "What the fuck is this shit? You're telling me my life's fucking all the you know?" It was just it was like the first time I'd ever been exposed to that like philosophy en masse, you know. And I was so like I was at war with the whole class, and I remember reading like the only sources I could find were from like really bitter, angry, like genuine misogynistic men.
Yeah.
Like it was, you had to like kind of put on like a, you know, like a toxic waste suit to kind of like parse through it to get any kind of tidbits that were valuable. And there were valuable ones. Like one of the facts I remember uncovering was that homelessness affects men and women 10 to 1.
Yeah, but
That's
not
a
how
huge number. That's not like 60%. It's 10 to 1.
it's a remarkable number, and then you consider the resources are totally the opposite, right? You know, it's much easier for a woman to receive, even though, you know, I know there's women that's homeless, but it's much easier for women to receive support in shelters. There's much more female shelters than there are men's shelters, so it's even exacerbating that problem even further, just because there's not a lot of support for men.
No, there really aren't. It's just kind of like, it's almost, you know, it's like when people would try to defend this, like the concept of white privilege. They're like, I don't have anything. I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, oh, well, you failed even despite your privilege. It's like, you know, what a loser you are. You're a loser twice.
Yeah.
It's kind of the response. And I think that's sort of like the society's response to men in general. Just sort of like, I don't know, figure it out, pussy.
Yeah, yeah. You're supposed to be
oh, you've got PTSD from the war.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, that's kind of how people respond.
And see, these are the more valid claims of this whole thing. I you know, Pearl yelling at some bitch on OnlyFans gives no value to anything. There's no value to be had of some OnlyFans bitch saying, I want a guy who makes $1 billion, and then her saying something snarky. Like, if you like the comment just for the clip, I guess, but there's nothing, this doesn't pertain to anybody. This is, and it is nothing. My theory about these podcasts, a lot of these podcasts, I think, have deals with OnlyFans. That's why they send their models to those podcasts. And then because subs are going to go up, you're going fresh and fit. It doesn't matter if they bash you for 2 hours. The people in the chat, a lot of them are still going to sub to you and fucking watch, you know, pay for feed pics or whatever the hell else.
Yeah,
well,
I
it's
mean,
probably way worse than feed pics, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, it's like, you know, when it comes to like porn, like you have to be a pretty egregious person to like turn me off from jerking off to you. You know what I mean? Like you have to really, you know, be just, I don't know. I can't even think of anything that's happened. So then just like, oh, I just don't like her vibe or her personality. But generally it's like, I'm transposing a fantasy onto you. I'm not really curious about who you are. This is all completely transactional. This is, and it's over the second I'm done. Like there's no like, oh, I wonder what she's thinking
everybody
about.
though, man. That's the whole appeal of OnlyFans. It's like, I want to know her. You know what I mean? That's because what else are you paying for?
It's a good point.
You're paying for that experience. I need to know her, and maybe if I pay hundreds of dollars, she'll acknowledge me as a human. There's some male sad desperation shit going on with the OnlyFans thing, man.
Dude, I wonder how susceptible I would have been to it if it was around when I was like, you know, 18, maybe not 8, you know, but like I remember like I felt so desperate with women when I was in high school. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like impossible. And like, my first girlfriend like picked me. You know what I mean? She literally just like sat on my lap one day. Like it was one of these things. It was like at a party, you know, and it was just kind of like, well, I guess I'm dating you now. You know, like it was, I didn't have much say in the matter. But it was like, I didn't have any way of like relating to chicks, and like, you know, I'm kind of autistic. So it's like, say too much, something too blunt, you turn them off, you know?
Yeah.
But I think in that that cocoon that I'm in before I like, you develop skills and you get fucked up and you develop a rap with girls, whatever. I wonder like if I would have taken like the weaker way out.
You don't know, because
You
we can
don't
say
know.
whatever we want. We're not 18 right now. And Soul Assassin, I do remember that guy. The dude paid $10K to meet an internet chick, and then she agreed only if her boyfriend came with her, and he did. And the guy looks like a creep, but he paid $10K to meet this woman.
Damn,
It
because
really
I
just
always
was
thought that
vacation
that
for her
was
and her
just
boy.
like they just said that to like, meet, but it's really bang.
I still heard that that's still going down, but like I think the prices, like if you want to meet and bang, because the fucking Saudis, just like they do with boxing, have ruined everything.
Oof.
Because
God, that one clip we played that night where that girl was trying to justify it to herself, I felt so bad for that girl.
Yeah,
like you could tell she like really lost something over there.
Yeah, but they make life-changing money.
Oof, I don't know.
I couldn't do it, but
that's literally dirty money.
It's literally, and
filthy.
You're never you can tell that fucks a lot of those girls up. Like they'll never be the same after that.
Yeah.
How could anyone? And that's going down, even some of these tech guys, these bankers and shit, even over here or like, hey, here's $50K. I paid a clip one time. This is maybe when I was still in Charlotte. This girl was cutting herself. Like I had never heard of this one. Like as a part of the thing.
Oh, that was like something that like people were paying for.
Yeah. I'm like,
I get that. Not like personally, like I would like, but it makes sense because I don't know if it was always like this or if in other parts of the country, like the girls covered it up more, but like I've seen in Austin, like many girls with like the cuts on them. Like it's actually like oddly common and it's visible and they're not covering it up. They're not like ashamed. It's just like a tattoo they have, where they would take a razor, and some of them are like really finely organized, which is just like, and they're scars. They're not scabs. It's like a scar. Like they cut themselves so deeply, it left a scar. Like I cook a lot. Yeah. And I've cut myself many times with like sharp knives. I don't have a tremendous amount of scars.
Yeah.
Like I bake bread. I burn myself constantly. I don't have like lines all up and down my arms from all the times that you have to really fuck yourself up to leave a permanent scar.
That's dark.
Yeah. And
that's dark. Shout out to the XX chromosome. Everybody's dealing with something, right?
Yeah, word. But I don't know if it became more common or more acceptable or whatever. But like I see it more. So that kind of tracks that like people would, it's like it becomes a fetishized at that point.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because that's how everything starts. It's just like it becomes more common.
Well, this is interesting from Papa Cotton. Hail Papa, by the way. I got a clip for you from Papa that we're gonna play.
Okay.
It's 20 minutes, so obviously we're not gonna play the whole thing. But actually, before I get into Papa's comment, we hit 10 viewers. Yeah, killing the game. But I did want to make an announcement since this is the high water mark. I actually am finally going to be offering member content.
Hey.
And that's not a euphemism for my dick.
Well, it could be, man. There's men doing the OnlyFans thing too.
Oh, member, Anyway, we're back down under 10. I can't announce it anymore.
No, someone come back and watch us. We need your support.
I'm finally gonna do member content. The member content is, I haven't figured out all the logistics. It's gonna be something I'm gonna have to work out. But I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3, and it's like a kind of based on the Dungeons and Dragons engine, right? It's like a Dungeons and Dragons game essentially, and we've talked about that here. People in the chat have said they would want to like play a tabletop game. Well, now is your chance. And I figured out what game it's going to be because I've had this game and I've never actually played it, but I understand tabletop mechanics. So for members only, going to be running a tabletop Expanse role-playing game.
Sounds pretty cool.
Boom. So join up. If you want to play, let me know. Get a hold of me somehow. I've got Instagram, Twitter. My email is foulballproductions@gmail.com. Get a hold of me if you want to play because we're going to be playing. I'm going to be putting clips on the channel. So member fucking content. Bam.
Oh, finally.
Finally, after 3 years.
Speaking after 3 years, Jake D is in the chat.
Hell yeah, Jake D. What's going on?
We're at 12. We're at
Yeah.
12.
Woo!
We've made success.
Tell your friends. Expanse video game. I'm gonna keep announcing it, keep mentioning it. Hopefully, someone wants to play.
Yeah.
If not, I'll play by myself, like I always do.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah. So back to Papa Cotton's chat. He says Stormy Daniels is one of the most disgusting people I've ever met. Agreed. She's fucking gross. Papa Cotton says she was a friend of a friend. I can honestly say she's
Really?
absolutely
You're out in
disgusting.
Vegas.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is he out in Vegas? Okay.
Yeah, he's based in the Vegas area, if I remember correctly. So
Okay.
Yeah, see, all I know about her is a little some Trump, and I didn't really pay much attention.
Okay, I don't appreciate this. Soul Assassin says, "Can you just show us more of your films instead?" So this announcement isn't interesting to anybody. Nobody wants to play The Expanse with me.
Listen, I actually like some of your films, but
Soul.
we'll see. We'll see.
I don't. I feel like I exhausted everything. I wasn't in that much stuff that I got the clips from. I mean, there's so many things out there I never saw. Never saw the footage of, but no, sorry.
Yeah, we do need Wake Down. He was like hunting the internet in a stalker type of way.
Yeah.
I would not want Wake Down wanting information from me for any reason. We talk about the FBI. You sure you were the FBI handler or stalker or finder?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's still out in Cambodia.
He is, I believe. Last time I checked in with him.
I haven't spoken with him directly. I mean, he's still on X. He's on X.
Oh, yeah, they have changed it. That's such a goofy thing.
Are you off X?
Yeah, I've been off. I've been off it since it was Twitter. I know it was like
I thought week. So.
Yeah, it's just Instagram and TikTok for me, and I'm barely on those. So I gotta do better because those are that's what the youth is using, right?
So a lot of people, when Elon did that, we talked extensively about it. A lot of people, when Elon did that, were like, he's destroying it. What's he doing? He doesn't know what he's doing. This is the first time where I'm starting to kind of maybe believe that.
Yeah, I didn't. I guess what's weird for me about that whole X thing is he apparently has big ideas for what he wants Twitter to become. And therefore he wants this new brand, but it seems like you should have those expensive buzzy alpha male style boy. But right. But like you should have those things. Like he hasn't changed anything but the logo. And like, why would you change the logo? Why would you change?
No, I'll tell you what he has changed.
Yeah.
He changed the way people engage with Twitter. All I have in my Twitter is click farming or engagement farming.
Oh no.
So all I ever see are like fights or like really inflammatory things. And what do you think about this? And it sucks. Like it's always sucked, but it sucks in a whole new way right now.
Man. So he kind of like, that makes sense. Like a lot of people had a theory. Is he using this and part of his pro free speech? Is he using this information to try to like do something with it? Is he trying to do something with all this data? And if you make it more of an engagement oriented thing, maybe he is.
Well, because people are getting paid for it now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You get paid on Twitter, which in theory is not a terrible idea. I thought he was going to kind of make it more of a streaming platform, which I thought would have been a really smart idea because there's so few places like where I feel safe to stream. You know what I mean? Like, not to say I feel unsafe here, but we talked about it. Like there's so many things you can't say. And I feel ghettoized, like just put off to this little corner. And that's as far as you're ever going to get.
I can confirm that now with a second channel where I cover sports. And that channel doesn't have as much inflammatory back catalog as my current one. But if I put up a video, maybe the first day only gets 20 views, eventually it'll work its way past 100, almost every video. If I put a video on this one, even if it's a bigger story, it's hard pressed to fucking do it. So I was like, okay, there's something about this channel that has some algorithmic gunk on it. And I might be slightly screwed. That's why I'm actually going to go to a multiple channel model because I don't want to give up what we built here. You know what I mean? Plus, when I start back using this channel, with people who hadn't seen me on the new one. So I'm like, all right, let me just split up the channels, try to do multiple channels. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I don't know what else to do because of that.
It is a weird feeling because it's like you feel like someone's out to get you. There's like a
Yeah.
boogeyman hovering over you, and it's like no matter what you do, you feel like you can't push through. And I don't know if that's real or if it's perceived in my mind, but it's like it's something. Shadow banning has been a thing for such a long time that
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's definitely more effective with a smaller channel because you just kind of like you'll never push up. It's like I don't know, if you have a bigger audience, it's kind of harder to shadow ban them because like they can talk to their audience and be
Yeah.
like, this is happening. And then like it'll be spotlight. Now there's like too much plausible deniability because just be like, we only have 1,700 subs. I mean, you just don't reach that many people.
Exactly.
It's such a weird, confusing place to be. But I also haven't put that much energy into it. So
Yeah.
it's hard to say, really.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, well, I'm still trying out. Like I said, I'm gonna still keep this channel, keep the new one, and maybe do a third one. No, I will do a third one for the music.
Nice.
So
Sick.
that's a
I
thing.
saw
But
you
yeah,
got a new microphone.
I do have a new microphone that I have been very good at making very bad financial decisions for studio equipment.
Hey, sounds like me.
Just completely stupid. But this one I'm proud of. Like this is a mic that I've wanted for a while. It happened to be
Nice.
slightly on sale. People keep giving me credit for some reason, and I keep using it. And
Cool.
so yeah, I have it. Yeah, I bought the it's a clone of the Telefunken 251. The original mic is like 10 G's. That is not.
Whoa.
But there's an engineer said, the original one breaks all the fucking time. Like you're actually better off with this. So I'm like,
How
okay.
much was it? Can you disclose?
It's right now on sale for 700 plus tax and shipping.
Whoa.
So and it's
That's
regular
pretty
about a
good.
rack. So I'm like, I'm gonna just do it.
That's pretty good. I noticed like a lack of audio quality like on my end. Not that it's
Yeah.
bad, whatever. I don't really think it matters all that much because like when I listen to podcasts, like I don't really care. Like
Yeah.
I'm never like, oh, this sounds shit. The balance, who cares? I never give a shit as long as it's like audible,
Yeah.
But I was listening to it on a different system. Like I was just like listening back for clips, and I was like, ooh, that sounds kind of shitty.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I mean?
mean,
Especially when you hear like well-produced shows, you're like, oh, hope no
yeah.
one cares about that.
Hard-earned MAGA rat cash. No, it is going to be more used for music than this, but I still want to I want to up the production quality on everything I do. So I'm still trying to up this stuff as well. Because I've similarly heard like, oh man, it sounds like it suck.
Interesting. Mike DiCarlo, hail Mike. He says, "Did you see the Expanse auction that is going on? Some cool stuff." No, this is new to me. Wow, I can share because I know we got a lot of Expanse fans in the chat. The only thing I ever did that got traction.
Hey,
Whoa, you can buy her whole suit for $800.
this is how people make crazy decisions.
Dude, that's not that bad.
Yeah.
What? That's pretty sick. With the helmet and everything? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You see what else
Bobby Draper's wait, is this for $4,000 you get this Bobby's like marine armor. Whoa, that is dope, dude. Yo, I might be buying myself a prop, dude. You can buy the guns.
So those are props from the show?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh shit. All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
What? Good call, Mike.
Don't go
Wow, this is cool as hell. I know, I'm just gonna buy it all. See me on the streets. Damn, that's pretty sick though. That is some cool stuff right there. Oh no, what? Come on. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that rules. That rules. Oh no. Looks a little broken.
Oh, at least you know it was used.
Wow. Okay. That is great news. Thank you, Mike.
There goes Matt. Same as yeah.
Yeah. Y'all can start super chatting anytime you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some creators actually ask for 10K. We're not selling women anymore. We're not trafficking.
Whoa. James's pistol and holster? What? Come on. Wow, that is so cool. This is from season 1. Oh shit. Oh wow, you can just buy this stuff? Mike, you rule, dude. Sorry. I just totally got distracted.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, I can buy Julie's body and have sex with it. Nice.
Oh no.
Just kidding.
Maybe not just kidding. Oh boy, that'd be weird to do, but you know, sure someone's into it.
Oh, this is like when they found her in the hotel room. Wow, that is so fucking cool. I can't believe all this shit is just for on auction. It's like not crazy. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not like.
But you know, memorabilia from a set can get really crazy prices.
Yeah. Whoa, fucking cool.
It's in the realm of plausibility, all that stuff.
Amos's armor. Oh, buddy. I fucking want it so badly. Holy shit. Can you put that on? Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to calm down. Sorry, that was
no worries, man.
Very cool.
Just spend money on stuff. It's not real. It's fake. The whole credit system might crash next year. You know, blow it while you can. Who cares?
Oh, hey, Jake, I'm glad you're here. You know what I did on Saturday? I shot guns.
Hey.
Yes, I went to the range. The range at Austin, it's called. And I shot a Glock 19.
Look at you.
2 different ARs. One that's like the traditional 5.56. It looks like an M4. It was so badass. It was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then another one that was an AR that was like a 9mm AR with like a suppressor. That was cool as shit. Felt like special forces. That was tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Become a Texan.
I felt a lot more comfortable because remember we were talking about the guns and I kind of felt like uneasy about it. It's like, I don't know. I felt like much more ingratiated to it. And I was like, okay, all right, this feels more okay.
The more you handle it, the more you practice with them, the more comfort you get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not like you got like a bunch of small kids running around.
No. It just felt more tangible instead of just abstract.
It's not like Luke is going to come in and like, okay, I need the burner. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's another cat in the neighborhood. He's been fucking with me.
Yeah, it's like you gotta
give me the burner.
Shit. Yeah, so you should be good.
I'm not gonna buy Christian's dress. I look pretty. I'm so pretty. I'm in charge of the UN. Look at me.
Oh no. That fucking speaking of your old films, that fucking table one they keep talking about coming back to life.
Yeah, that one. That's a meme that will never go away.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I mean, that's a tough one. If fucking Rob found like the episode.
Yeah.
You can't really expect people to just forget about that.
Hey, take it the other way. You were on fucking Lifetime. Wasn't it Lifetime or some shit?
I think so.
Shit, you might got saw by like hundreds of thousands of people. They've forgotten.
Don't say that.
You know,
hey, it's the fucking Sippy table guy.
Do I recognize
the yoga guy? Yeah. Oof. I mean, look, it was a fun day, and I got paid. Not a lot, though. About as much as I make bartending. It really wasn't all that. It really wasn't that much money. And I got to make out with that chick.
Hey, you gotta take the small victories and the nails one. See, that's what makes me think they were grooming you for Hollywood.
I guess they probably were.
Ezra Miller stuff. On the
how much is Amos's armor? They're asking for $1,600.
It's not bad again for some, you know.
The current bid is at $1,500. I feel like if you just won another $100, you just have it.
Yeah.
Right? Or does it have to wait till the auction's closed?
That's right. How it works. Oh, Jake D is catching up. I see. Probably got us on like double speed or some shit.
Oh yeah, or he probably just started. You know, went back to where it began. Anyway, I'm uncomfortable around guns. I wasn't like uncomfortable around guns. I was uncomfortable owning one.
Yeah.
It's different. You know, it's not like I have a problem with them. I have seen guys open carry, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I was
Yeah,
with Jake. We
yeah,
were at a fucking in Dallas, and he's like, "What's this asshole up here?" It's obnoxious.
yeah. You say that, man. I keep seeing motherfuckers. Maybe it's just my little news algorithm, and I guess it's not. You don't necessarily have to open carry, right? I keep seeing motherfuckers like somebody tries to rob a place, somebody pulls out their gun and stops them. Somebody tries to rob somebody,
Oh
somebody pulls a
no,
gun.
I'm especially for I'm all for concealed carry.
Yeah,
I
just
just
to
think
open
open carry just makes everyone a little uneasy.
because it's right there.
It's right there. Like
Yeah,
when I was looking at those pictures, this was I don't know if people still do this or this was just kind of a stunt, but people going to Walmart with like an AK slung around their back. You're like,
yeah. That's
what are
a
you
bit
doing?
much.
What are you gonna fight the Taliban
That's a
in,
bit much.
Alabama? Fucking
Yeah,
stop.
aisle four. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Like your fat ass can shoot straight anyway. What are you doing?
You expected an event to pop out in a juicy juice out, but you know what?
Yeah, I was just
I don't
like,
know. It's a crazy
yeah,
time.
exactly. No. It said $3.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, into it.
Oh, geez, I was a cashier. Like those people need anything else on their side to.
That was my first job.
Yeah.
Cashier to a supermarket. Nightmare.
Yeah, it's one of the worst things. People are so cheap. And I mean, now the prices are crazy, so I get it. But like the art, people would like, because we even had like a range in which we could change the price. And I just always did because just get out of my face. People would just come in arguing. It's like,
They wanted to argue.
they wanted to argue. I'm like, listen, I'll just change. It's only 20 cents, man. It's like, I'm okay where everyone's okay with you getting 20 cents off. If you can just talk to me and you say this is 20 cents less, you'll get 20 cents off of anything you want. I don't care. That's or whatever the range was.
I was
People feel
actually
so powerful.
oddly like territorial about it. Like I
Yeah.
remember like I hated when people would come on the express lane with more than 10 items. Like I used to hate that shit. It's like, you
Yeah.
punk ass motherfucker. Everybody wants to be in this quick ass lane. Of course,
Yeah.
you have more than 10. Get out of here. I remember I turned a guy down once. My
Yeah.
manager's like, you don't have to do that. I was like, yeah, no, I know.
That did suck because that would just hold everyone up and then they're all looking at you when this person has like 500 things.
It's just selfish, man. You narcissistic prick. Like everybody
Yeah.
wants to be out of there quick. What do you think? We all want to be standing in fucking line? Of course
Yeah.
not.
I was cool with, getting a few items, but you can't show up with like 50 items. Come on, bro.
Come on, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, I know. I always just felt like follow the rules. I still feel like that. I hate when people don't use their blinkers and shit like that. It always
Yeah.
drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe irrationally so. Ooh, Amos's shotgun for 2,700. That's a lot.
Yeah. And Hell Small Town Republic said the only thing we fight in Alabama is diabetes.
I saw that. Sorry, it wasn't particular Alabama. I just picked any red state I could think of. You know, nothing against Alabamians. I have nothing against Alabama.
Yeah, you do.
Personally.
You're a liberal. Hates,
I know. I'm a coastal elite. Elite. Yeah.
Coastal elite, Champagne liberal, talking shit on the salt of the earth conservatives.
Speaking of talking shit, Mr. Senchadildo's always talking shit. He's always talking shit about guns. Can you own guns in Croatia? Is that cool? Like, what are the gun laws over there? You're always telling me to do it. Always pressuring me. Pressure me to purchase a deadly weapon. It is intense though. I haven't shot a gun in a really long time. The power it's like it's an explosion in your hand.
Yeah.
And it was indoors, so it's like extra loud. Yeah, we got this one thing. I don't even know what this gun was. It was this revolver with this fucking round.
Jesus,
454. It didn't kick all that bad. I guess it had a muzzle brake on the end, so it wasn't too terrible. But I mean, the explode, boom, the whole room. Everybody looks. What was that? It's so fucking big.
See, I kind of secretly want a revolver, even though they say it's not good because the trigger pull and all this other shit. But I kind of still don't care. There's something just classic about the revolver.
I just remember the dude from Ghost in the Shell, preferred the revolver to the automatic because they didn't jam. I remember hearing that the revolvers don't jam as much.
I've heard that as well.
I mean, all of my gun knowledge comes from movies and television,
which isn't necessarily known to be the most reliable source.
No, but I'll tell you, I was the most competent one in the fucking group, including my girlfriend.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like the AR, like there's a button on the side that like lets the bolt go, but for some reason it wasn't, and I just I'd seen this little thing you pull in the back, and like I know I sound
There
like
you
such
go.
a gun expert, but I just knew all these pieces from all the fucking movies and shit. I knew how to
Yeah, I'm sure they don't
drop
call
the
it the
mag. I
thing.
knew how to check the chamber. I knew how to do all that
Yeah,
from
yeah.
watching other people on TV shows do it.
There are some. I remember. I think it's Heat, where like Val Kilmer does it like legitimately, and that was like, okay, that's the standard for the army. Like, there's no way you're gonna let this Hollywood actor out, uh, whatever his gun in
Well,
that
according to
scene.
Quentin Tarantino's universe, if you're a movie star, they give you a flamethrower when you're done. That movie's
The
stupid. I stand by it. Once
was it
Upon a
Once Upon
Time
a
in
Time?
Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yeah. Stinks.
yeah. I think that was what Tarantino went to the what we call historical fiction. Well, maybe that was the time too many.
Yeah, I'd had enough of that entire genre. Revisionist history, revenge fantasies. I've had enough. 3
Yeah.
is way more than enough. Way more than enough.
Yeah, I guess it makes a trilogy. Everyone has, he had to go through his little Hollywood universe thing for a second.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, whatever. I don't care. I just like it's a filmmaker I really enjoy, and I would like. Can you just tell another story? Can you just like do another Reservoir Dogs or something? Like,
yeah, right.
It worked for fucking Scorsese,
right?
I don't know.
Formula, stick to it.
Yeah, I mean, he does it so exceptionally well. You think it's good, but then it's just like when you're like, wait, why would that? What is going on? I don't know. It never made any sense to me. Sunshadillo says, I have a SIG, though I plead the fifth on the legality of it. Do you have the Fifth Amendment in Croatia, too?
We'll allow
Copycats. And Soul Assassin says, as soon as Matt broke that gun cherry, he's into guns now.
Yeah.
Like I said, feel a lot more comfortable about it.
Yeah. Shout out to guns. I don't care what anyone
Shouts
says.
to guns. The Second Amendment.
Yeah, man.
Right.
I don't got a MAGA tattoo on, but like that Second Amendment is a motherfucker.
Dude, it was wild. Like, I was reading the rules of like, you have to sign a waiver and like what the rules of the range are and shit like that, which is good. They should have that. But it was like they wouldn't rent handguns to anyone under 21. You could do long guns if you're 18, but they wouldn't rent handguns to anyone under 21. But if you're like a parent, you can just bring your kid there, and there was no age restriction on what.
Oh wow!
There was not an age restriction.
Yeah.
On who could go, so you could bring a 2-year-old, I guess.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, and I saw there was a kid in one of the lanes who was like 9, 10, busting off shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you rather learn young, but you also, again, you don't want Johnny to get the Glock. Jeez. They end up on the news.
Yes, so this place was pretty fucking cool, though. I'm gonna grab some pictures because it really made you like, oh yeah, guns are cool. Like, it was kind of sick. Like look at this just wall of guns that they have. Like, yeah, and these are all for sale. Like all these different AR platforms. It's kind of sick, dude. Like,
I keep telling myself I need to get an AR before they, stop your ability.
Biden bans them.
Biden left, man.
They've been saying that shit for fucking years. They were saying that about Obama. They were saying that about Clinton. They say that all the time. Yeah, this is a similar range. Yeah.
I haven't been in a range in a while. I need to go.
It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that much. I mean, there was the reason we went is because I have a friend from Ireland, a lad from the Emerald Oil. And he had his sister and her sister's boyfriend were in town, and there was a few things he wanted to check off his bucket list. 2 of them were, one was go to the Comedy Mothership, the other was go shoot guns. He wanted to Texas shoot, and I was like, we can go, dude. Let's go to the range.
Yeah.
And so brought Connor and his like a sister
McGregor,
not McGregor. No.
Holy shit.
And then like 2 of these other Irish dudes. And when I show up, like I'm not making this up. They're like, you want a shotgun of beer, lad, before we go in? I was like, I don't think that's a great idea, dude.
It's an awesome idea.
A number of reasons. One, we're about to go, handle artillery. And second is like, dude, if they see you doing that, they're not going to let us in here. Yeah. No, I'm not going to shotgun a beer with you. Fuck, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh well, anyway, it was a good time.
I wanted to ask you, unless you remember, have you been to the Comedy Mothership? I've been, haven't really talked to you as much. Have you been? What are your thoughts?
Several times. I've been
Okay.
several times. Yeah, I've been into 3 times total, I think. I went the other day with those guys
Yeah.
and saw like there's 2 rooms. There's the fat man and the little boy,
Uh-huh.
which, if everyone's not aware, are references to the 2 atomic bombs we dropped on Japan,
Oh, Jesus.
which is like a little wild,
Yeah.
especially with like Oppenheimer being out
Yeah,
right
I
now.
just said.
Makes it kind of real. But the fat man is like where that's the big room. That's where like the headliners come through when you see, so and so playing the Mothership. That's the room they're in. And it's a pretty big room. I saw Jim Norton there
All right.
about 3 weeks ago, and it was a great show. It was really, really fun. It was a little weird
Yeah.
for me as just a fan of Jim Norton, because I love him very much, and I
This
have
first time
for
you
a
saw him
very long
live?
time. No, I'd seen him a few times. I saw him at the
Yeah.
Comedy Cellar in New York City a few times.
Okay.
But this is the first time I'd ever seen him do a headlining set. And we had kind of talked about this on one of the episodes of the Culture Crime Fighters. And me as a fan of Jim Norton, I just thought this was weird that he says he talked about his wife on stage. And I was like, wife? You're married? Like,
Yeah.
I listen to the Jim and Sam show like every day. Like all they do 4 shows a week, and I listen to all of them. And it's all very personal, very revealing. And he never once mentioned he was married. I felt like it'd be if you got married and you didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. Me and the wife and kids. You have a wife and kids? When did
I felt personally betrayed. I was like,
you don't tell us these
You
things.
didn't tell me. Like, what the? I was genuinely stunned for a good 8 minutes. Where I was like, wife?
What?
He's married.
Yeah. Some people do that.
It is confirmed, at least according to him and his set, that his wife, while a woman, wasn't necessarily born a woman.
Oh, whoa.
Right. Which, look.
Shit, I did hear about that now that you're mentioning it. Yeah. Maybe we did talk about it a little
I think we did. And if you're familiar with Jim Norton, that should not come as any kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on that transsexual thing when it was way before it was part of any kind of popular conversation.
Yeah, he's always. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but I'm aware of him and aware of his
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was always just kind of funny, and I knew he was sort of into it. I didn't know he was like marry one into it, but whatever. I don't care what Jim does. I just was more upset that you didn't fucking tell us you're married. I was like, what the hell, man?
Was the little, backlash. He can't be caught bumping trans people are our friends. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't want to smoke.
Jim, no way. No way. He has been on that. Papa, tell him, man. He's been on that shit forever. Like he back on I think NEW, he was talking about trans hookers and trans women, and he always talked about having a proclivity for trans girls. Always.
Yeah.
It's not new at all. I don't know. It was just interesting, and it was confirmed by him on stage.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a controversy, wasn't it? Because somebody accused him of it or hiding it or something. Was that what was going on? I can't remember.
Well, he's not necessarily open about it, which I guess is sort of strange. Like I guess he's never really been open about who he dates, though. So maybe it's just kind of like par for the course. This one seems a little different because he always says his girlfriend. A, not your girlfriend, your wife, and B, some would say not your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, really, whatever. I had a great time at the show. Saw him there and saw 2 shows at the Little Boy, which was one was Brian Simpson, who's a really funny I don't want to say he's up and coming. He's like 40, but he's a newer comic to being popular. He's on Your Mom's House a lot. He's funny. Black dude from San Diego, former Marine, really funny dude.
Okay.
And I saw his show. Last show I saw at the Little Boy with all the Irish lads, fucking Ron White showed up.
Ron White, what? That sounds familiar, but I can't think of him offhand.
He's Tater Salad. He's like this.
Oh shit! Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, like legendary Texas comedian, and did about 15 minutes, and it was fucking killer, man. It was just cool. Holy shit, Ron White's here.
Yeah. Having her done. Oh no. Such a dildos, and they've been replaced.
Even men do women better than women.
Oh no.
It's a new age, fellas.
It's a brave new world, as they say.
All girls left behind.
Sheesh. They pushed for it, but that's another
Mothership. Oh, sorry. Mothership's a hit. 100%. Yeah, dude. You should come to Austin. We'll go to a show.
Yeah, I probably should.
It's fucking great, man. It's a real good time. And when we went to the Norton show, there's a bar out front called Mitzi's, which is like, open to the public. And if you're going to see a show, they'll let you in, ahead of the show. You can have like a round or two, and then they seat you first.
Oh, cool.
So I was like at the side of the stage. I was like looking at Jim Norton. He was like 30 feet from me.
Oh, man. You know what? I have a phobia. Maybe it's the weight. It's definitely the weight of being in direct view shot of a comedy. As a comedian,
the reasonable fear.
It is like that because I'm going viral. I just know it, and I don't want to.
But you never see the person in the crowd in any of those clips.
Yeah, it's a brand new day. Somebody's gonna pull up their phone. Look at this fucker. Fuck him.
That's kind of sweet, Vigilante. My girlfriend said that when we went to the other show. She was like worried about getting called out. Yeah. And she kind of did, but not really. I mean, I always been. Excuse me.
CIA is just murdering Matt right before our eyes. It's terrible to see. Wasn't expecting that when I woke up.
Sorry, I got a little bit of tahini down my throat. I had a beer with a tahini rim, and it just went right down my throat. My apologies, everyone. The show will go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like the little boy is a small room, so even there really is no one who's not in direct line of the comic. But I don't know. Like Jim didn't do a lot of crowd work. He did mostly material. So yeah, you didn't really see him.
Yeah, I would get. There's the one guy. He's an Indian dude. I think he's actually from Houston too. Can't think of his name, but all he does is the crowd. And it's like, man, I like watching these clips. I would be frightened to go to your show. Because he doesn't just do the crowd. He goes into like I don't know how he's one of these like motherfuckers that picks up on your entire life. And he goes into motherfuckers' soul. He broke up this one couple where the guy was kind of in the friend zone and totally called that out.
I've seen that clip.
That's like they apparently ended up breaking up or stopped seeing each other. It's like, yo, he's fucking with people's lives. Oh boy,
yeah. I mean, dude, you walk into a comedy show, man. It's fucking live rounds are being
we just talk about guns. Those live rounds.
Yeah, I love it. It's fun. It's just it's kind of costly. I mean, the mothership is expensive. Like the tickets. I think to Norton the tickets. Because I bought them early, they weren't crazy expensive. They were maybe like 35, 40. But we went to Little Boy, it was like 45. And it's a 2-drink minimum too, which is like no problem for me. Yeah. But it's like, you are spending like, $100 at least
$100,
just to go.
Yeah.
But it's the hottest club in the country.
Yeah, hell Zach's, hell Dubai Turk. Random thoughts when you said that. Apparently, Cinch and Dildo, he told me about Death Grips and Danny Brown and JPEG Mafia. I'm sure you know none of them. But they are going to be in Houston the day after my birthday, so I may have to go get tickets. They're like 40, only like 40
are they hip rappers? Hot? Are they?
They're like alternative. Completely
really?
Like, especially Death Grips has like a real like glitch. Dare I say like punk, but it's just like really glitch, distorted edge. So they're all they're all like kind of alternative. They're not like standard.
Send me a link after the show. I'll check them out.
Yeah. I'll send you some link. Noise rap is probably what Death Grips.
Noise rap.
Yeah.
Isn't it all just noise? That sounds accurate to me.
Yeah, it's
can't understand a word they're saying. Jungle music.
Jesus, jungle music.
Dude,
that is a genre, but still.
No, but like that's not a compliment. I played that for my I played what was it? I think redefinition or definition for like I think it was my grandmother, and she's like, sounds like jungle music. And I was like, oh Jesus, Granny. Alrighty, never mind. I thought you'd appreciate the poetry of it. I guess not.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
You're old. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, okay, I guess I might go. Might go.
Well, what you been up to, man? How's your life been? Like, I know, you moved to Houston, and I still see the game streams. I
Yeah.
still see the classic games. What have you been playing?
I've been playing. Actually, I've been playing this old indie game called Hotline Miami. Shout out
Mm,
to the few people who been on the stream and checking it out. A lot of people just like it for the soundtrack. It's a cool little indie game, and it's came out like what 2012.
yeah, it's old. I remember seeing it all over Steam, and something
Yeah.
about the top-down view turned me
Yep.
off.
Yeah. It is. You do got to kind of get used to it, but and then I got to get used to the keyboard controls. But it's still fun and it's still like violent and kind of like I would almost say slapstickish in the violence, but it's still pretty fun. It's still like it's almost like a puzzle actually figuring out how to get through.
I love puzzle games as long
Yeah.
as they're reasonable. There's some puzzle games where I'm like, this is a game, dude. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to crack the atom. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
what put me off of ever playing The Witness. I don't know if you ever heard of that game.
The Witness.
Yeah. It was like
No.
supposed to be a Myst clone, and the puzzles were all like really
Wait a
fucking hard.
minute. Is that like the one with the robots or something?
I don't know. I think there are something, but it's like you're just going through an island and you're trying to solve different parts of the island and solve different puzzles throughout the island. I've seen people play it, but some of the puzzles are just like, okay, I need the internet to do this. There's no way a human can keep
Yeah.
up with it. It's all
I
esoteric bullshit.
that happened to you with Braid. Did you ever play Braid?
I think Braid might be the same guy. Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah.
It's a good game, but I mean, at some point the puzzles got so challenging that I did have to look them up. But I felt like cheap because I was really
Yeah.
enjoying the game itself. It depends on how long I've committed to something before I'm
Yeah.
willing to, I've done it earlier. Like I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is like the new hot RPG. I'm liking it. It definitely puts a strain on my computer's resources, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after like an hour, 2 hours, it does the performance really starts to slow down. And granted, I haven't upgraded this computer in like about 2 years probably.
Yeah.
So that seems reasonable, but it's a cool game. If you like tabletop RPGs, I think you're going to get a kick out of this. It's essentially just Dungeons and Dragons. I love that shit. So for me, it's super fun.
Yeah, Zach's and Jake are
Hey,
singing his praises. Hell Grant. Mr. Grant
what's up,
Grant.
doggy? Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Still a member. Fuck yeah. Well, now that you're here, Grant, I'll re-announce that I finally have some member content, and I will be organizing an online, probably through Roll20 version of The Expanse tabletop game, which I own and I will take care of. I'll be the GM, but I would like some members to come play. I think that would be really fun. So member content, finally, if you want to play The Expanse role-playing game with me, you could do so if you're a member. And we'll put the clips online. It should be super fun. So please do so. If you want to play, let me know. Oh, all right. We already got a player, Mr. Grant Gregory.
Hey.
Yeah. Nice, dude. Cool. Right on. There we go. Got one. So, yeah. So that's the first idea I've had for actual member content. But I think that'll be a lot of fun. So please come play. Please come play. Zach's saying I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. Best game I've played in years.
Wow.
It is really sick. It is really sick. Oh, Jake's on board too. Nice. All right. See, spots are filling up. Let's go, people.
Yeah.
Get some memberships up.
Yeah.
Trying to buy some Expanse merch.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, do you like that kind of thing? Are you like an RPG guy?
I haven't played an RPG in a while. I've been really into like simple, quick hit type games and fighting games. Just very, very recently. I mean, I did play that Final Fantasy VII remake, but that is not an RPG. It's so on fucking rails, even compared to the old one.
Aren't you a big Final Fantasy guy?
I do like those.
Oh, okay.
But like those JRPGs to me are not as hardcore RPGs as something like Baldur's Gate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And what I mean is like, yeah, you're still ranking things up. I do like the OG Final Fantasy VII. I might play that at one point. Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, you're ranking stuff up. Yeah, but there's still you can't just become like an evil person in fucking Final Fantasy. You have a little wiggle, but the character's on rails. He's gonna do what the story beats call.
Sure. Kind of like Deus Ex a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like there's stuff to do as far as your ranking and kind of having a build, so to speak. But there's still this characters, the characters, not
I think I played the original Baldur's Gate. I have to check my Steam library, but I think I played the original, and I remember it becoming like kind of tough. Yeah,
Yeah,
the original Baldur's Gate. Yeah, I played that, and it was like, fuck, this is like hard. Like to the point where I'm like, like, it's like I'd have to go back to a save and like undo like hours of gameplay.
yeah,
I'm saving a lot. I'm basically save scumming my way through Baldur's Gate right now.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm in this. The first real mission you have is to like save this druid from this village or whatever. So you have to go to this goblin camp and then go into this like temple that's just littered with goblins, and you have to take them all out. Well, like the head guy is he's fucking hard. So like I'm like shit. I've tried like 3 different ways to try to kill him, died every time, and so now I got to go like XP scum and try to find like new, I got to go grind a little bit, find like new little side missions before I can complete the first one. Like, and I'm not playing on the hardest difficulty. I'm just playing
yeah,
on totally normal. Yeah. It's like, it's a solid challenge, but it does feel wide open where you can
yeah.
play it like a D&D game. Yeah.
See, that's to me what makes an RPG game. 'Cause everybody you can level up everyone in every game now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They've stolen those mechanics, and they're so harvested, so bastardized.
Yeah, it's not like in the '90s those mechanics were exclusive to RPG, but they're just not anymore. You level up in fucking 2K. You know what I mean? You level up in everything.
Everything. Yeah, everything. Which it's satisfying though. I mean, if it's done right, the 3 games I played this year that really got that itch was Dredge, Dave the Diver, and Subnautica. They all use those
Yeah,
mechanics pretty well. Yeah.
I've heard so much about Subnautica over the years.
Subnautica's pretty tight.
Yeah,
Yeah. But you have to like that kind of game. Like you have to like wanting to accomplish a goal and sort of explore and figure it out like with very little guidance. It's not a traditional game, but it's not like Half-Life or something,
yeah,
It's like you have to really do it on your own. And that's rewarding in itself, but it's also not for everybody.
yeah, yeah.
It's I mean, I thought it was sick because it does things with like game mechanics I don't typically enjoy, like base building.
Uh-huh.
I normally could give a shit. Like Fallout 4 is base building. I never even touched it. I was like, I don't care. That's not why I play Fallout. But this one actually, if you build a base, it really helps you progress in the game. So it's like, oh, there's incentive here. That makes sense.
Keep moving and keep exploring and explore the world and get more. I've seen people play it and seen like the reviews of it because it's a game that's been around. I don't know when they officially released it, but it's been like early access for years.
It's been around. It's not a
good.
relatively new game. No, it's been around for years.
Yeah.
And let me see when it released. I don't know. Anyway, it's cool. I like it. It definitely made me like irresponsible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like it has that like mechanics, like an incentive where you're just like, okay, I'll just gonna go do this, fix this one thing, and then come back to the base, and that'll be that. And then I got back to the base. I better charge my batteries. Oh, I did want to build this reactor. After I build the reactor, though, oh fuck, I don't have a piece for the reactor. Okay, let me go find the piece. Then I'll come back.
Yeah.
It's like this whole.
Oh wait, I have to go to work and I didn't sleep. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's precisely what my life has been. That Dave the Diver really hooked me. That was a good one. And Dredge is one of my favorite games I've played in a long time.
You gotta watch out for RPGs. Listen, they've been some form of Warcraft has been claiming souls for like 20 years. Of World of Warcraft, some version.
Yeah.
Voided lives still to this day. To this day.
The thing that like I never really understood. Like I was an addict for World of Warcraft. I'm in recovery. But like after a while, I'm like, this is all it is. There's nothing. We're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like what Baldur's Gate or something like, you're moving the story forward. Fallout, you're like achieving a bigger goal. You got to get the water chip or, like help Mr. House or the California Republic or whatever.
Moving something forward.
Yeah, there's none of that in World of Warcraft. You just grind. That's all it is. Grind, 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 and just like, well, what the fuck? Why? Why?
But that grind is not reality. It's just your own reality that's outside of the realm of
And
the
it's just
game you get
empty.
regular life.
After a
I
while, it's
don't know.
just super empty for me. It's just kind
Never
of
got
like
into those games.
at first, like I just thought the world was going to be more rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first time I played it, you start as an elf and you're on this little island called Teldrassil. It's basically like the stump of a giant tree, right? And it's this elven area. And so you go there and like you move from region to region and the enemies get tougher and like all things like, ooh, and you develop. I was a hunter. So all of a sudden now I've got like my cat that comes with me and it's also like attacks for me. Like, ooh, cool. This is getting bigger. And then when you leave Teldrassil, you see that the world is huge. Like, oh my God, there's so many things. But once you get to the world, you did everything already. Like it's going to be more of that. It's going to be more killing things and harvesting their feathers or whatever.
Yeah.
You need to get 16 golden feathers. So kill a bunch of these things, go into this cave, retrieve this thing, bring it back. It's all it ever is. There's nothing more to it than that. It's just like, why would I do this forever? Who cares? But people do, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. New Bob says he can't get into modern games. Nothing interests him at all. Last game he bought non-racing. I know he's into the racing. With the Steam release of Spider-Man Remastered.
Heard the Spider-Man games are real good.
I played them. I do like them, but I haven't bought one. And I might get a PS5 for this one that's coming out because everyone's like, oh, it looks so great.
I might get a PS5 just so I can like play games in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like honestly, like I have this is like I got my little studio set up now, so the computer's in the other room, and it's like you get I don't know, maybe it's literally just I want to play games in bed. Like, that's it. You know, it's like nothing more than that.
Yeah, there's still you know what PS5 still has so many fucking exclusives. I mean, not so many, but they got more than anyone else. You know what I mean? Well, Nintendo, what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's true. Nintendo. Exclusives. I was thinking about maybe getting a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Because I have such a big Steam library already.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Remastered is good, but 2. Yeah, no, 2. When does 2 come out? Is it this year? I think it's pretty soon, actually.
I don't know what remastered is.
I thought remastered was just like because it came out for PS4 or whatever.
Oh, the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, and then they put it on Steam. Because again, that you know, they're Sony does. They don't lock games up completely, but they do it like a time. Like 2. Well, they don't consider that 2. That you talking about the Miles Morales expansion? That was kind of a ripoff. That really was DLC, and they made it a full game. It really should have been a $20 DLC, and it would be this is a cool $20 DLC, even 25. But charging, I think it was 50. It was a little less than full price, but still 50 for this game. People bought it.
Well, I remember like those Modern Warfare games, like the main story would be done in 8 hours. You're like 8 hours for $60 or whatever. Like
you weren't really paying for that though. That was the whole.
No, yeah, you're not. You're paying for the multiplayer, but still, like, I don't know. Like, I don't play multiplayer anymore. If I did, like Baldur's Gate has like a party option where you could play with people online. I think because whenever I pause the game, it just shows my Steam avatar and then 3 empty. Slots. So I assume that means you can play online with people. I haven't looked into it, but I don't want to for what?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I mean, you like it.
I mean, I've never. You know what? That kind of ran me out of games. The multiplayer. Like I did like Modern Warfare for the Xbox 360 at the time, but when every single game became that, I was like, well, I'm not. I like this game, but I'm not that great at it. You know what I mean? My brother was really good at it. There's other people that's really good, but it's like I can't. I can do fighting games online. I can do certain things online, but like
it's just you have to develop a skill.
Yeah,
that is in no way translatable to anything else.
And you have to put time into the skill.
Yeah, and it's a worthless skill. It doesn't do anything for you. Yeah, okay, you get to have a nice KD ratio on an online game, which is satisfying. I get it. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, but after a while, you're like, so what? Who cares? So I could look cool for these fucking online racists? I don't give a shit. Like, who
hard
cares,
hard
man?
ERN bombs.
Oh, big
Uh,
time, dude. I mean, I always
but
kind of like the toxic world of
that
online
was
gaming.
I think everybody kind of liked it. It was alluring. It
Yeah.
was like, yeah, especially at the time, like late 2000s, it felt like, yeah, edgy. Anything can go. You
But
F
it's like it's kind
under
of like,
F bomb. You just
it was brutal. Like
yeah.
you had to like, it was like getting to like a football locker room. You know what I mean? It was like fucking rough. You had to like really man the fuck up to be
Kids
there.
became like boys did become men on those fucking servers because there was no way. And then don't get killed
Fucking
when
some
you
people
get
would
this.
just get under your skin in just the right way.
Yeah,
I was a victim of it at times, you know what I mean? Where
everybody
you
was.
just, you're like, you motherfucker, and then they would like, snipe you from across the fucking board. You fucking pussy. I was like, you know?
It caused a lot of rage, but it was a
Mhm.
like I said, it was a rite of passage for a generation of people. I almost feel that everything's so sanitized now. Kids don't get that experience of that real hardcore anger. Like you get mad now, but I don't think anyone got as mad as we did the late 2000s, early
I mean,
2010s.
there's all those videos of guys throwing their controllers at the
Yeah,
TV and shit like that. I mean, it happens. Like, and that's just normal, I think, for competition. Like, I saw this clip. It was like the guy was mic'd up and he was a pitcher and he like let up a home run and then he
yeah.
had his glove over his fuck, fuck. Like, it's just kind of, I mean, granted, he's a professional athlete. There's millions of dollars on the line, but still, like, I think that's just part of it. I used to get
Yeah.
so pissed off. No
I
one likes
still get pissed
losing.
off playing Tekken. I just recently smashed my controller, had a stream. So I threatened to
You did it on stream?
yeah, and I mean you couldn't see me because I'm doing this
Oh,
avatar
because of
shit.
the damn it. That would have been a
But
good clip,
I
bitch.
smacked and then I fucking threatened to dox and murder the person because I was so angry.
Did you really?
Yeah, then I kind of walking back because I'm like, okay, you can't actually do that.
Wow, Vidge,
I
you like lost control a little.
I lost it. I lost it completely. And I was like, oh
Was
shit,
he
I can't
cheating or
do
were
it.
you just pissed you were losing?
I'm just shitty. That's the worst part. It was like I
Yeah, that
couldn't.
sucks.
It was just my shittiness.
That sucks when that gets exposed and you're just like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, that weakness is still in
I
me.
kept
God
doing the
damn it.
same few moves. That's why I couldn't. I was just like, well,
I hate
I'm
dude. Well, my
shitty.
fucking girlfriend beat me at Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
And you can't get pissed. It's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I just like got quiet, like even more pussy. I tried to play it off, couldn't, because I was just like, I was like, all right, this will be fun, just play a girl in like a game, like, and then I was like, oh fuck that, I'm getting cheap. I'm playing with Dalsim, and I'm gonna punch from far away. Fuck
Yeah.
you, and she still kicked my ass. I was like, oh my god, I can't even be cheap. Like I
Yeah.
just got mopped. I like won one round. We played like 4 fights.
Oh
I was
shit.
like, oh.
Like doing
That's
that little low
humiliating.
kick.
She's like, I'm a good babe. Like, oh, you suck. I hate
My
this.
girlfriend beat me back 2023.
She did. She fucking mopped the floor of my ass, dude. She's like, some of those games she's actually super good at. Like
Yeah.
some of the games you stream too. Like we played
Girls play games and stuff now.
she's into like the older ones and like she loves Mario. And
Yeah.
we saw the stupid Mario movie. By the way, that sucks. I
Does
think I
it?
already said, oh, it's so bad, dude.
You know what? I felt
It's a type of movie I'd expect to see before a ride at Universal.
oh man.
Empty, bro. Empty. Yeah, it looked great. There's nothing about it that was me and my girlfriend were just looking at each other and I'm like, this sucks, right? Like, yeah.
See,
bad.
I saw part of the second Sonic, and that's what I thought. I'm like, this is what the hype is about.
I know. I
Like,
feel bad.
are we just that falling off of content that just looking decent is enough? Because looking decent and not insulting the audience is enough. But you know what? If we didn't build our damn channels on, for a while that was just enough because we were so used to
Yeah, like it wasn't insulting me.
Yeah,
it wasn't like attacking me outwardly, so that it's passable.
And because that's every, like I said, the first scene or first active Terminator Dark fight is murdering John Connor. This was the standard for entertainment for a good 3 to 4 years.
Insane.
So something's just doesn't do that. It's like, hey, I like Mario, I like Sonic. It didn't yell at me. Cool stuff.
It's so dumb. And like peaches, 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 peaches. It just sucked. Like it wasn't funny. It wasn't charming. It was lame. It was just lame. It was just empty. It was like I heard someone like on the radio saying it was like for kids, and I was like, whatever. I mean, it doesn't have to be. First of all, it probably shouldn't be because I feel like the majority of Mario fans are not kids.
Yeah.
You know, it's a game that came out in the fucking 80s. So if you were born when it came out,
Right.
you're 40. You know what I mean? So it's like, let alone like being alive, playing it as like a, you know, teenager or whatever, which a lot of people are
Yeah.
doing. So it's like, I don't know why you would alienate a majority of your audience. That doesn't make sense from a financial point of view. But anyway, but it really was. I mean, it really was just a movie that was just like, it's flashy, it's colorful.
Yeah.
There's really no big story. There's no arc to speak of necessarily. Like, it's just like, I don't even really remember what happened in it. It was so forget. It was just so. And I
Well,
remember it was at the time I was like, oh my God, everyone's saying how good this thing was. It fucking sucked, man. It really
well,
sucked.
part of it though, you say that about kids. You know, Mario Maker is one of the most successful games the past 10
I like
years.
the
You know what I'm
Tetris
saying?
fucking movie.
I didn't see that, and I'm a Tetris
God, I
guy.
like
So
that.
I mean to check that out.
You should see it. I thought it was good. It's on the Apple Plus thing. It was. I
Yeah.
liked it. It wasn't like a masterpiece. It wasn't flawless, but it was good. It was like, I didn't know that whole story. Like they developed Tetris behind the Iron Curtain and they're trying to get it out of Russia
Oh,
and it's
geez.
difficult. And like he had to give all the rights to like the Russian government because, you know, it's Russia.
Yeah.
And it's like this, it was a really interesting story. They upped the action, you know, for the
Yeah.
movie, but I thought that was a far superior movie to
Oh man, I gotta
fucking
check that
Mario.
out. And actually, that you remind me. I was playing classic Tetris, not classic Tetris. What was it? Tetris something. I was one of these versions of Tetris. Like when I first started gaming streaming a couple years ago. I need to get back to that. I like Tetris. It's a fun game.
It's classic. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Man, you ever see competitive Tetris?
I played competitive Tetris
Oh,
just
really?
after my girlfriend gets in these weird kind of like we played Mario after we saw the Mario movie. We played Tetris after we saw the Tetris movie.
Yeah.
And they had like a competitive version, and it got a little
Whoa.
tense because this time I wasn't having the floor mopped with me. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
wasn't just like bent over taking it. Like I was delivering, and it was you know, it was kind of like maybe we should just stop before this gets ugly.
Yeah, there's a thing as a classic World Tetris, a classic Tetris. It's on YouTube. They're innovating techniques on how to get further in Tetris using original equipment. They're using still NES controller, CRT TV. They do all
Really,
this
they still
shit.
do it
Yeah.
on NES. That's great.
Yeah, they put some equipment so you can see it, but yeah, they're still using OG equipment. And
Central Dildo brought this up. He says, since you recommended a good show, I saw this chat earlier. He's talking about Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah.
Is a good show. It's Yellowstone-esque in the sense that probably a lot more murders go on in this little area than would be reasonable to expect without federal investigation. But if you can push past that and just kind of like enjoy it for the story, it's a really good show.
Yeah.
Sanctuary is what Central Dildo is recommending. I have not. I don't even know if I've heard of Sanctuary. Have you, Vidge?
I have not, but you saying that reminded me of one of my favorite shows going to my hometown. Justified is coming back, and now he's in Detroit, and I am kind of interested.
It's about sumo wrestling. Is that the one?
Oh, geez.
Dildy.
I keep hearing Tulsa King is a good show too.
Tulsa King is a good show. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's like it's like lighthearted, like relatively. Yeah, like it's like hey, you know what's up with the world? It's a little more different than when I went to prison. Yeah, it's Stallone like this is what you guys with your pronouns and your fucking iPhones. It's like, yeah, I'm old. Get it? It's like, but it's good. I mean, I don't mind it. Like I thought it was really fun. I had a good time watching it. Me and my girl binged the shit out of it. It was like, it was good. I liked it.
Check it out.
Kingstown is dark.
Yeah, like
it's dark show. We just finished the second season the other night. I thought, honestly, no spoilers. I just thought the ending was a tad abrupt, but it was, you know, it was a good conclusion. The show was good. Like, there's some cool stuff in it. Like I said, you have to kind of suspend disbelief, but it's cool. Like, it's like it'd be like if The Wire was written by like someone who only did soap operas.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sounds interesting. And then apparently Sanctuary is the sumo one, and it is good.
Okay. All right. Is it in one of those kooky Asian languages? Because fucking count me out. No, I'm just kidding. That sounds interesting. A sumo show. I've never.
Yeah.
No, I never would have given that a shot.
Yeah, the body. It's a king sounds good. The body counts distinctly high. That's why I brought up Justified. A lot of people died in Justified in this small county in was it Kentucky? Like,
That's Timothy Oliphant.
yeah. Like, you're telling me this town has like 100 bodies in like 2 weeks? You serious?
And no one's looking into it.
Yeah.
I remember that with like that's why I started getting out of Boardwalk Empire.
Oh boy, they went real
Really?
overboard. That
What
show,
about that dude's family? Like, aren't they wondering where he is?
yeah. These are small towns back there. Boardwalk Empire really fell off the rails harder than it. I mean, that was one of the most disappointing shows.
Yeah.
It doesn't get enough
Oh,
blame for how
totally.
disappointing it was.
Especially plastering Scorsese's name all over it.
Yeah.
That was the issue with that one for me, because I was like, I'm expecting like this incredible, like I'm expecting Goodfellas
In the
in the
30s
Jersey
or 10s or
Shore
whatever
in
it
the
is.
30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like this Nucky Thompson guy never even existed, or if he did, he had nothing. It was just like all this shit was just so like exaggerated. You're like, why wouldn't you just tell the story? Was the real story boring or something?
I think, and maybe Dildo's the one who told me. Because like they were the first season is not, obviously they do a lot of dramatic effect, but like a lot of that is kind of true. He is a treasurer. He does get into it with the FBI. There is some of that is there. But then I guess what's the guy? Darmody, they had an issue with him. They killed him. Yeah. But I think there was an off-screen issue. That's why they killed him. Like he had,
Really?
yeah, they had, it was either money or a personality thing.
That actually kind of makes sense, because
They
it
killed
was
him
like,
off and it just was over.
what well, that came out of fucking nowhere. It was
Yeah.
so like, and it was like, it's all been about Nucky the whole time. It's like, really?
It
Like,
did feel like it was the first season, which was probably the best one. Felt like Darmody was kind of the
yeah, he was a good
central.
protagonist.
Yeah.
It was like, and like, yo, that backstory with his mom was so like, what?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Was that Gretchen Mole? Ooh, she was hot.
God damn, she was bad. That like,
I get it. Yeah.
You telling me those were the quality of hookers we had back then? God damn.
I know, right? I'd have been just like Wyatt Earp. I'd have married her too.
Right. Yeah.
Wyatt Earp married a hooker, everybody.
Such a deal right in the chat says Darmody acted horrible to work with, so they offed him.
Yeah, you know what? That maybe I haven't heard
sucks.
of him like since. Like, I don't know the last thing that guy was on.
He was pretty good at it. I don't know what happened.
He was good.
Maybe
yeah.
feeling his hype.
Look, man, the thing about being on set, like most of it's downtime.
Yeah.
Most of it is downtime. You shoot very like as an actor, you're very like even the lead, you're barely working. I mean, out of even on a long day, you're I don't know, 5 hours, 6 hours out of a 12-hour day, you're actually working. I mean, it's like most of the time you're just chilling. So like if you're toxic to work with, it's going to affect everything you do. And like when you're making a thing, you guys are like a unit all together. Like you're a little town, like a little family. Like everybody is like, because it's like you're the only ones you interact with. You know, everybody kind of knows everybody a little bit, because it's like, oh, that's the lighting guy. That's the craft service guys you have to talk to in between shots to like grab coffee. Like you interact with everybody. Yeah. If you suck, everyone's going to know about it, and it will permeate the vibe of the set 100%.
Apparently affect the writing.
It's also like a TV show too. It's like not a movie where it's like, okay, movie's like 30 days, 45 days, and everyone goes their separate ways. A show goes, and especially if there's multiple seasons. Like, oh, this fucking jackass again. Oh yeah, hey, how's it going? You know, it's like you gotta, you know, it's like yeah. No, it's like that was like one of the advice that I always heard. Like, it's just like just be cool to be around, because like if you're not, the word will get out.
Yeah. And not everyone has the status to, you know, to Christian Bale yell at the crew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even then, that's the only time you ever heard anything bad about Christian Bale. Was just kind of that one meltdown.
He was slightly justified. You know what I mean? Not like, you know, somebody walking back and forth.
I mean, it's Terminator Salvation. Fucking calm down.
You
know what I mean? Like, what even happened in that movie? Can anyone remember?
I saw that one. I saw the whole.
I did too. I'll give them this. At least that's back when they were trying.
Yeah, they were trying.
It wasn't good, but they were trying.
You know what I thought about? Because speaking of Christian Bale, we talked a little bit about this on maybe the last Mfer. Is how, you know, you've converted me that the Nolan movies are shitty. But I still like them. And I realized the reason is because Christian Bale, bad voice and all the bullshit and all, he fucking believes he is this fucking Bruce Wayne in this world, and he's Batman. He believes every minute of it.
He's convinced.
you just follow along and you ignore the flaws. You
That's a good
ignore how
point.
the logic that's falling apart with any, like is the Joker is he a genius deity level planner? Because how can he plan for this and then that and then that and then that? It's impossible.
I'll tell you, man, like there are times like in acting class, right? It's like I would be so focused on the thing. And then all of a sudden I would like notice that everyone was like super focused, like on like with me, like in the story or whatever.
Yeah.
And then once I was like aware that like there, it's like I always like broke the spell,
Oh
it was
yeah.
like, and it's like if you're convinced of it and you're really convinced of it, you can get the audience to come with you.
Yeah. That is the key to that movie being so likable because none of that shit holds up under logic. None of that shit, and then the
No, none of it.
exposition. Like you keep saying it, but it's bad throughout the whole thing. Bane has you talk about the fucking end part where the city's gonna blow. Like Bane has a nuclear bomb, and if it goes off in 8 minutes and this, but such person has a trigger, they go a good 6 or 7 minutes explaining what they just showed you. When the Dark Knight Rises, it's like, what the fuck is this? Who is
It's
this
like
for?
they did that. It wasn't even just the third one, too. People like to
All of
point at the
them.
third one. Like, no, it was in the first one
First
where they're
one,
just
second one.
like, wait, if he gets to the tower before the time runs out, then that's going to spread the crazy disease. Oh, it's like, yeah, I know. I've been watching the movie. Like, I didn't just get here. I saw everything that happened before it. Like, yeah, I'm aware of the stakes of the movie,
Shit.
It's brutal.
And ironically enough, the only time it's tolerable is when Heath Ledger does it on the boat. He just gives you the thing, and we're gonna go on a social experiment,
Convinced.
and it's awesome when he does it. Partially
And
because you
you know
actually
who else was really good in the Batman movie was
yeah.
Tom Wilkinson in the original Batman Begins. He was like
he was the gangster.
he's the only one who made that dialogue. Like you have to, and look, that's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Those guys are just on another level of acting. So it's like they can justify it because you have to at some level justify it to yourself because like you as the actor know it sucks. But if you play it like it sucks, then no one's gonna like it. So you have to like make it work for you. So you have to come up with like thoughts or a perspective or like come up with reasons why you're saying this. Almost use your eyes to be like, like, you know what I mean? To convince them or whatever it is, whatever angle you find to make it work. Like that's when it works. I've been there. I've made bad dialogue work and I've definitely made bad dialogue not work. Like it's like, what I mean? I've fucked it up too. So it's like, it's something that, it's a skill and the better actors can make it work and make something really beautiful out of it. And then some, you see Natalie Portman, who's like an Oscar winning actress, be stiff as a board in those fucking Star Wars prequels.
Yeah, because George Lucas can't write. Shout out to
My
Poppy
dad's
Farmer.
here. Hey, what's up, Padre?
Says you don't
What's
look
going on, Dad? Good to see you. I don't look any different.
You got the young man cut.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel so different though.
Yeah,
I've grown in so many ways. Yes, the world's bigger and more colorful, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Lots of pride flags.
Yeah. Oh, just checking on his boy. Is that so?
Hell yeah. Thank you,
wholesome.
Padre.
Nice and wholesome.
Yes. Appreciate you, Padre. Yeah. Have you seen anything good recently that like caught your eye or you were like, that was a good show or a good movie, new, old, whatever?
The only thing I think I already mentioned is rewatching Batman, and then I'm finally catching up on Invincible, finally catching up on Cyberpunk. So those things I'm starting to find.
Wait, Cyberpunk? Oh, the show Edge Runners.
Yeah, Edge Runners.
Yeah, good show.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I
only watched it that one time. I wonder if it's been long enough for a rewatch. Probably not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe another year or two.
Yeah,
but that was good.
Yeah,
that was good. And that combined with the game being playable actually made me appreciate the texture of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm so pissed off at game companies. I can't go back and I actually refunded it. And so I refunded it back.
You got your refund. I remember that. I didn't. But then I ended up getting some I got a lot of good playtime out of it. Like it wasn't what I was obviously hoping for. Because the thing is, I'm an RPG fan, right? So the way they advertised for it, it was going to be this RPG where you could play it any way you want. Well, that was not even kind of true. So I was like disillusioned. But once I accepted, if they just marketed it correctly, it probably wouldn't have been so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But once I accepted what it was, is just basically you kill all these missions and it's a run and gun shooter. And the story is 100% on rails. It's like, okay, cool. Like that's fine. Like those games exist and they're really fun too.
Just let
Once
me know
I,
what I'm buying.
yeah, because then it's just like, all right, I'm just doing kick-ass cyberpunk stuff. It's
Yeah,
like, all right, that's fine.
yeah. So that they just marketed it properly and just got it to work. I don't think there have been nearly any of the backlash that had it. That
Yeah,
really,
no, 100%. And I guess it's kind of just a lesson, like in general, is to kind of just not really never buy the hype. You know,
yeah,
it's tough sometimes. I mean that one got me hook, line, and sinker because I remember finishing. It was exactly that. I finished playing Outer Worlds, which was a game, science fiction, but had this like 1910s, like 1920s motif, which was pretty unique. And like it was the Fallout writers or some of the original Fallout writers. So that was always kind of their thing, right? They mashed up like the 50s with like super future, like it's kind of like this, odd
yeah,
motif. So this time they did it with the 10s and 20s, like turn of the century, which was like, oh, clever, right? And
yeah,
they marketed the game as cyberpunk, where you could play it the way you wanted. Well, that just really was not the case. I mean, if you didn't invest in combat skills, like going from town to town was a nightmare. Like you
yeah,
straight up couldn't do it. You had to kill all these monsters in between those two towns, or you can't really move the ball. So you just like, oh, I invested in speech or investigation skills or whatever. Now I'm just getting mauled by these
yeah,
monsters. Just like, all right, I guess I have to put everything in the guns. And if you do that, then therefore you can move through the story. So it's like, well, I can't play it however I want. You only gave me
yeah.
one real option. I remember like being totally disillusioned on the entire idea of like an RPG game, really. It was like, it'll never quite be. I know it can't ever be tabletop, but like I was hoping something approaching that. Like, I guess that'll just never be. And then me and my friend watched an hour of cyberpunk like test footage, and I was like, oh
Right?
my God, it is possible.
Yeah. They really hype. That's what they were leading on in that marketing. And
Though
that's
so
what made it
much.
so disappointing.
Yep.
It,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
It
just
looked
not functioning
cool.
made it. Oh,
And it
that's
was
another thing. The goddamn where what the test footage is as opposed to the real game was like the meme. We have Cyberpunk at home, and it's what it would look like. The way it renders. It's
the
like, what the
cyberpunk we have
fuck?
at home is like hand
Yeah.
drawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a
Like MS
kid's like
Paint.
painting. Yeah.
Yeah. A finger
Yeah.
paint or
Yeah.
some shit.
Finger paint. Yeah, exactly. Look what we did in kindergarten, dude. Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Yo,
Hail Laszlo Panaflex.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
cracking. It is. Edge Runners was really
I
good.
watched it
Really
7
liked it.
times, yeah. Pretty
Wow.
cool.
Nice, dude. Hell
Pretty
yeah.
cool.
Solid 5 of 7. Absolutely. Yeah, good shit. Yeah, no, I just been watching all the Taylor Sheridan shit, binged all the what's it called? The Yellowstone, Tulsa King, Kingstown, all really good.
Yeah.
They're different tones, so it's probably
Wait,
gonna
is the same guy
vary.
doing all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. The guy's a fucking force. And honestly, tonally, they're all very different.
Yeah.
They're all similar. They all kind of surround like there's certain themes, family, crime, kind of like struggling to keep what's yours it's pretty consistent, but they're all like if you didn't tell me all three were the same creator, I don't
Yeah.
think I'd have put it together.
Shout out to him. It's not too many guys with multiple shows. Him and 50 Cent are saving TV by themselves.
Yeah, him 50 Cent and what's 50 Cent up to?
He does Power and BMF and some Revenge of Power. I never got into the whole Power universe, but there are a lot of people into it. And I just
Yeah,
I'm sick of
I've heard
seeing,
about that show.
and then there's the BMF one, and I think there's another one. And he like all of Star's shows, he pretty much produces most of them. There's some other ones that I don't think are as gangster.
What was the Stars show I got into during the pandemic? It was like two like special forces guys. It was kind of all over the place. It was like, Strike Back.
I don't think I even heard of that.
Well, I mean, I was like consuming anything I could back then. I was
Yeah.
just locked in my apartment with Luke in Los Angeles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As was everybody. But yeah, no, it was okay. It's just one of those shows where you're like, why don't these guys have severe PTSD? Like they've both killed like 300 people. Like I don't understand, like how they're not. Like they don't seem like any of this has affected them at all. Like it's like kind
That's
of wild.
a TV trope. Like the amount of murder that happens in a lot of these shows, especially with recurring characters.
Whoa,
Like,
what?
how are you not fucked up?
Crip Daddy died?
Crib Daddy.
You don't know that guy?
I
He's a
don't-
comedian.
oh,
I guess
okay.
he was. Did he die? Is this for real?
Oh,
Can
wait, I've
anyone
seen this
confirm?
guy.
Can
Oh,
anyone
maybe
confirm or
he
deny?
is. I'm just Googling it. I do know this guy.
Oh my God, he's dead. Oh,
Oh,
that
man.
sucks. Oh
Oh, must have
boy,
just broke
that
this past hour or so.
wow.
Wow. Yeah, I do know this guy. I've seen him before. Oh,
Dude, like
man.
I hate to like say something like the dude was inspirational because that's just so hack, but it's like
Yeah.
kind of true. Like I heard him on an interview with Jim and Sam, and like he kept trying to just downplay like his plight. Like he was like, yeah, no, I mean
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. Like I'm really not sorry for myself. And like even there were times just as a natural human, I think like
Yeah.
the whole like Jim or Sam would just kind of like, oh, sorry, man. He's like, no, like seriously, dude, like don't. Wow, that sucks. Yeah, R.I.P. to Crypt Daddy, man.
Yeah, man. I did know him. I did see him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind
Oh,
of
he was young.
yeah.
He's like 20 something, I think, maybe 30.
Yeah. I don't know how old
That
he is. Let's
sucks.
see. Oh, man. Sorry to report that live. And shout out to Dubai Turf for letting us know that.
Dude, I mean, back like this is just on Twitter. Chrissy Mayer on July 21st said his album just came out.
Oh,
He did a
man.
taping at Stand Up New York. Like she calls it 10 out of 10. He did a joke about Epstein that might get him canceled. Absolutely hilarious. This was literally a month ago.
Oh, man.
Wow. Poor guy. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. R.I.P. Crypt Daddy.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Sheesh. That was, I wasn't expecting that. That's crazy.
No. Damn. That's a real bummer.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, get his album.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I know that's a common thing when someone dies, but still, yeah.
Yeah.
Check it out.
I mean, let me see. Hyper follow. I'll put the link in the chat
All right.
for, okay. I mean, he's a funny motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get his album. I mean, I genuinely thought the dude was funny. Like, it wasn't like, there's definitely some comics that with like disabilities where like that's kind of their whole thing. And you're like,
Yeah.
like, midget dude being just like, well, and then I got a little bit short with her. And everyone's like, oh, because you're a midget. Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. But it's like this dude made jokes about it, but it wasn't why he was funny. It wasn't why
Yeah.
you knew who he was. He was like a genuinely funny dude. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck. And I was gonna end the show. I feel
Oh,
bad
man.
ending it on that note.
Yeah, it's been a pretty fun show, talking about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Fun
it's a
to
good time,
reconnect.
man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with this because I did have some news stories I pulled up.
Okay. Let's try to end with something a little more positive.
Yeah, just something a little
funny.
different anyway.
Yeah.
You know the airplane hottie, right? The girl, the
Talk about yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen her animated and everything. The anime
Yeah.
version with the
there's been some developments with her, right?
Oh, really?
They found her.
Of course, that would happen. But I was wondering what was going to happen with it because I'm like, I was in the I can change her camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, I think a lot of people were. A lot of it. That was kind of the thing, was just sort of like, pretty hot though, right?
Yeah.
That was like
even at the time, there's a guy who checks her out right as she walks away. Just looks directly at the ass.
She's hot.
Yeah, man.
Bro, first of all, she's like 40.
Word.
Which I was like, yo, that's goals right there. Tiffany Gomez rebrands herself with glammed out empowerment selfie after not real airplane meltdown. Oh, she's a Texas marketing executive.
Oh, shit. Oh, she's like 38?
38. Okay, that's my age.
She's
all right.
Maybe I've run into her and just spit that vigilante game.
One moment doesn't define you. I know she definitely. I mean, first of all,
that doesn't look like her though, is it? Or maybe one is flying. This one has all the.
I mean, this looks like a photographer. This looks.
This looks like a photographer.
Yeah, she's got her toes out for everybody.
Says she's in marketing, so she knows what the fuck she's doing. But she also looks a little less thick.
Mm-hmm.
She was looking mad thick.
Yep, everybody was, and there was a video. Yeah, there we go. There's
I don't know. Well, maybe it's the same person.
is
You're
not
not
real.
real. Yeah.
Yeah. This was
Telling
the
you
image.
right now.
This was the image that I saw animated. Oh,
Son,
no.
I was just sitting right
Oh,
here.
for crying out loud.
Yeah,
This
that
was
one.
the
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. And I apparently, like, it was like a whole meltdown. Like, it wasn't even just that she went crazy.
Yeah.
I want to see. There's a response. Oh, look, yeah, she just was like a crazy chick. You know, you guys are off the planet. I don't know what happened.
Maybe it is her. The more I look at it, okay, it could be her. Yeah, it could be her. It's just the lighting and everything. And she went so heavy with the makeup. These kind of makeup tutorials can have you look like a totally different human. Man.
It's me.
Which sounds like her though.
We got this. So this is the video. Now I have never actually seen this.
Yeah.
This is like her like identifying herself, because that was like the meme going around like Twitter was just like, where have you found her? Like, where is she?
Where's the trigger?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Tiffany Gomez, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady.
Okay, I got to be honest. Before we go any further, there does look like a significant amount of crazy in her eyes.
Yeah.
There's something weird about the way they don't move right. There's they look like they're wobbling around a little. She's trying to stay focused. Like it's, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know you could, Vij.
I think it'll be right.
I'd probably just try to, I'd try to just help her, and then she'd key my car.
No, legitimately, you should vet. Like all jokes aside, you should vet women because you do see that crazy. I say I can change her. When I see the crazy in the eyes now, I get a little freaked out. Like, okay, I can't. I just can't. Even when I want to, so I can't go any further. I just can't do it.
No, that's a good instinct, because I've gotten in deep with that so many times, and then it's just like ends up in a mushroom cloud. And
I got like legit PTSD over it, like no joke. So I'm joking. I'm saying, oh yeah, but like if I see it, I'm like, oh God, I can't.
Papa doesn't think it's her.
I was wondering because
is she a crisis actress?
Here's what I'm thinking. Two things. I as much as I conspiracy theory, I always like to give the counterpoint. If you ever see makeup tutorials or makeup little skits where you see a woman and she puts the makeup in a filter, like that is not the same woman, but it actually is. A lot of girls hit that makeup and that filter, and her makeup is a lot darker. One thing off rip, she looks a lot more Gomez-y right here than she did in the other. I'm sure that's somewhere. But you know what I mean?
I'm gonna start using that one. She's a little, Gomez-y.
She looks, a lot more Texas in this than she did in the other one. She looked a little bit more Iowa, so to speak. If you catch my drift.
See. I just see. Maybe I was just because Newbaum says she's reading a script, not looking at the camera directly. That might be. I'm
wondering about that too.
But something again, about her eyes just threw me off when I was looking at it. I don't know.
Hey everyone, it's me, Tiffany Gomez, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted. As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time.
Oh, you know what, man?
Foremost,
I'm seeing PTSD. I'm having PTSD.
Right?
Slight cleavage shot.
Something like my spidey sense is going off.
And listen, the hair down.
It's like, how when you get older, like you start to realize you can like feel when a girl's into you. You just get like a reaction. You can feel it. Like I could feel that this is like a crazy girl like I used to date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I can feel also. This is why I think it might be her. Papa Cotton, I know that's the problem.
Still smash.
That's the problem. That's why we got to.
Hey, look,
this part of me thinks like, if I came across them, like, man, listen, I could, whatever, we could get through it. But like, when at my place, listen, if she gets into your place, it's her place now.
Yeah,
you got to know that, man.
You don't want her showing up at 3:30 in the morning, slamming on the door.
But she might do it.
And I'm telling everyone in this neighborhood, you motherfucker.
I'm telling you right now. Like, no, get out of here.
No.
But she's I was just gonna say she's trying to cash in on the attention. I can feel that energy. Like,
she's also probably just trying to clean up her image. I mean, if she's a marketing executive, that means like she's a high level girl, like in a big corporation. Like everyone knows who she is. They're probably like, yo, that's the girl from the video. You know, it's fucking Mrs. Gomez or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so she has to kind of clear the air a little bit. She can't just, I don't know, on some level, I guess she could, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and
I
that
don't
was not
know.
the case.
Hey, I'm getting stressed out.
My use of profanity was completely unnecessary. And I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard.
She's
Can
obviously
going
reading
through
from a
that
script.
and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened.
Tiffany's always crazy.
There's something like, I don't know, man. There's something, especially like the blinking and the movements. Like when she looked up, I believe that, but the other stuff, it feels a little rehearsed. It's making me uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
This definitely is a rehearsed, scripted segment. But there's like little mini moments where she sort of breaks, and you can see like, whoa, there's something else going on behind those eyes, man.
Papa Cotton's not buying it. He's not buying it.
No.
Oh, now Ruben fucking
she will be buying
Captain Savaho. Captain Savaho swoops in.
Listen, even I think I could change her. But Laszlo's talking about her
at 40. No, you can't. It's either she's going to be saved or she's not. She's 40. That ship has sailed, my friend.
I can change her.
Circumnavigate the globe and come back, and no. All right, let's finish this, and then we got to wrap up.
Yeah,
we all have our bad moments. Some far worse than others. And mine happened to be caught.
Something that bugs me too is the nasal way she talks. Like that when she gets nasally, I really don't like her. That's why I never even liked that video. She's like, I just like, ugh. I never responded to her physically, totally, but then when she speaks, I'm like, ugh.
On camera for the whole world to see multiple times. Sorry, trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse.
I guess she's aware of it, so I'll give her that.
Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind. And
what?
I don't know.
Unkind? Bro, the internet took so well to this woman.
Yeah. You were treated as royalty. There's a enemy
army.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can see maybe it mess like you said. She's a marketing exec.
And I guess too, like I remember like getting not stressed, but when you just like with the weather Katie shit, and you open your phone, and there's like 7 people telling you to go fuck yourself. Like it is kind of like it does feel like it's more than it is.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe she's reading about herself all over the internet. People like, this crazy bitch. Oh, I want to marry her. All this stuff. It is probably quite a bit. I guess I empathize with her a little, and she's not like a public person.
Yeah,
so,
true.
No.
What I would do without the love and support of my friends and family. They are loyal to
your husband,
and I don't know what I did to deserve them. Sorry, y'all.
These are also their flaws.
I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do.
All right, well, that's the crazy airplane lady.
I heard friends and family. I did not hear husband or boyfriend.
No. I haven't heard anything about a ring.
If he liked it, he'd put a ring on it. She's out in Texas.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You deserve a king, queen.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I got to wrap up and head out. Gonna go hang out with my gal. Eat some sushi. Cool. But this was a great fucking show. And like I said twice before, I mean it. Member content finally coming. Going to be playing the Expanse tabletop role-playing game via Roll20. So if you want in, 2 things you got to do. 1, got to be a member. Number 1, most primary thing. I've had some members who have been members for far too long and have not gotten anything for their money except, I don't know, a shout once in a while, which I don't think is enough. Well, I finally got something for you. We're going to be playing this game. So you got to be a member. And then you got to let me know you want to play. Twitter, Instagram, foulballproductions@gmail.com, whatever. Just get a hold of me, and we're playing that shit online. I'll put the clips up. We're going to have a good old time playing some tabletop. I'm going to be your game master. It's going to fucking rule. Maybe I'll make a little video on it for members only. But yeah, that's going to happen. So Papa doesn't want it. I don't care, Papa. It's happening. So that's what's out there for my members. Okay, let me know if you want to play. If it's happening. So I hope you're there.
Yeah.
Fidge, what you got?
I might stream tonight, and oh shit, a bunch of people just did sponsors.
Oh, did someone gift? Someone had to have gifted.
Someone probably did gift. Shout out to the gifts.
Who did it? Who did it?
Does it say?
Was gifted by Jake D.
Oh,
Jake
shout out
D
to Jake
did it.
Diesel.
Nice, Jake. Good man. Hell yeah, brother. Just recruited some more players. Good work. Thank you, Jake. You're the fucking man, dude. I appreciate you. All right. Well, now all of you have an opportunity to play the Expanse role-playing game with me. So if you want to play, hit me up. Twitter, Instagram, foulballproductions@gmail.com. Somehow get a hold of me. I'm very easy to get a hold of. And we're going to get some shit going on. We're going to play some Expanse stuff. I belt the loader. All right. Enough of me.
Right. I might stream later.
Nice.
Just some games and stuff. And I still have 2 channels. Check out Vigilante Williamson and Vengeance. And I talk more sports oriented stuff there. Yeah, and it's cool to stream with Fireball again. So
hell yeah. It's good to be back. The Culture Crime Fighters reunited.
Yeah.
Taking on, what did we take on today? I don't really think we took on anyone, but we had a good
life.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah, just 2 celestial warriors.
Yeah, the real subjects, like me trying to marry the
crazy airplane chick.
Crazy airplane chick.
It's Baldur's Gate, a good game.
Yeah, these are real
very important stuff.
Hey, I'd much rather this than did you know that Snow White was woke?
Dude, I was looking for articles and I was like, oh my God. The Blue Beetle guy has got a problem with America and Puerto Rico.
Is that funny?
Bro.
Yeah,
glad we outgrew that. Honestly,
man.
God.
Yeah, there was a video. I saw a bit looking Latina chick, so I clicked, and then it was about Snow White. I'm like, oh man.
Yep. Well, shit. Thank you all for joining us. I appreciate you guys being here. You guys are the best. It's like so much fun because y'all are here. So always a good time. Thank you guys, and play the Expanse with me. It'll be a good time.
Play with him. That sounded.
Play with me.
All right.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace.